All right, I am live. Hello, everyone. Hope that you're all doing well. So good to be back here with you all. We have some people in the chat already. Well, I haven't been on in a couple weeks, so I hope that you all had a happy holidays and a happy new year. I'm currently in my Reiki studio space using my husband's computer. So, um, just for a heads up, if anybody missed it, I had a basement flood on Christmas Day in my office space. So that's why I haven't been on the few weeks. Kind of dealing with that. Still waiting for somebody to come out and assess it. Although I think I got it cleaned up pretty good. Just might need to replace some of the carpet padding. But my desk that's over here in the corner is all water damaged. My computer. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird December for me. So, but I'm so happy to be back here with you all. Let me see. Got a couple questions I got to highlight. All right. Lots of stuff going on. I'm sure you all know. It's been an interesting couple weeks, hasn't it? Oh, it's so nice to see everybody. Thank you. All right. Well, before we begin, let me do a couple announcements. Well, first off, please like this video and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Help me get to 6,000 subscribers. That would be really awesome. And I also want to say thank you to everybody that reached out. You know, since my flood in my basement, it really helped me get through that hard time. So thank you all. Let's all just take a moment to send a lot of white light of protection around California with all of this flooding. I do think that there's probably going to be some landslides with that. It feels like it's pretty bad throughout the state. So I'll just send a lot of love and protection for those affected in California. If you could all say a prayer for my best friend Kelsey. She had to put her dog down yesterday, so she's kind of struggling as well. So sending her a lot of love as well. Members, I'm going to be doing our live stream tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I'm looking forward to hanging out with you all as well. And then for shows, I think I'm pretty sure Thursday night I'm going to be on Mel's channel. So somebody says they have no sound. Is anybody else having sound issues? You know, Mercury's in retrograde, so it's been a bit confusing. And I'm also on my husband's computer, so hopefully I have sound. You sound great, Saul says. Perfect. And now you have sound. Okay. Don't scare me with this Mercury retrograde. It's been pretty brutal. All right, we got lots of questions coming in. Okay, thank you. I thought I had it set up right, but you never know. Yeah, and also if anybody's interested in a reading or Reiki session, I am going to continue my discounted rates that I had last month because I wasn't advertising. I was out of commission for a couple weeks, so thought I would do that for the month of January. Also, people are reaching out about sending donations if you're able to. I do have my PayPal and Cash App link in my description box of my videos and my about and in my about section on my YouTube page. So those are always greatly appreciated if you're able to. If not, just sending lots of love as I kind of rebuild and kind of get everything together. I would greatly appreciate as well. So let's see. Oh no. Linda says prayers for Wendy. Her house burned down. Her son is in the burn unit in the hospital. Oh no. Yes, we're all sending prayers to Wendy as well. That's horrible. I'm so sorry, Wendy. Oh, we already have 150 people on, so a lot of people missed me while I was gone, I suppose. Oh, all right. Yes. Lots of prayers for Wendy. Thank you all. All right. Cece, today I'm only doing political world event questions. I'm not doing personal questions today. And if you have any questions, go ahead and send them in the chat. We'll get to as many as possible. Mary Ann sent a question I can look at real quick. Thank you, Yvonne. All right. All right, give me just a second to get adjusted. All right. So Marianne says, hi, Kevin. Could you please advise what's going on with Kamala Harris? She's extremely quiet. Is she working on an immigration plan? If so, will it be successful? I'm going to throw some cards on Kamala, but I do think that she's working on an immigration plan. I think it's going to take a little while before we get there with it. But just kind of tapping in energetically, she does kind of feel energetically, she feels a little low, little, sadness for something going on. Maybe why she's, we haven't heard too much from her, but I mean, typically we don't really hear too much from the vice president anyway. All right, Kamala. Yeah, definitely. I think something going on personally with her. Okay. I do get that she's very busy right now, though, too, as you would probably imagine she would be. But this little period that she's going through of, kind of resting, it's a little bit of a retreat from like the public eye. Things are going to be getting a lot better for her. She's got victory and triumph coming in. And things, a lot of communications, a lot of things ramping up. But yeah, she is experiencing some kind of change. She has a death card around her right now, crossed by the King of Cups. Off to my Biden card, I don't feel like, physical death of, of anything, but I just feel like some changes and kind of a time for rebirth and renewal. Justice in the past. So, well, she is a Libra too, I believe. So things rebalancing, getting that strength back in order, that voice. Yeah, she's got wishes fulfillment. She's about to charge ahead victoriously, and some good surprises coming in for her. But at the moment, she does feel, I think, maybe a little tired. It feels like there's some sadness around her right now, but she'll be good. And I do think that she will be successful in helping with immigration plans in the future. I don't know if it's this year, could be next year. Oh, thank you so much, Celtic Seer. Oh, was her husband sick? That would make sense, Jane. Thank you. Yeah, because it feels like she feels like her energy's a little tired. It's kind of stressed out. We got a lot of good questions today. All right. Christine wants me to look at Lindsey Graham. Things are starting to ramp up with Georgia. I do think that they will, release their information and make it public. I definitely see that. So definitely ridicule for Lindsey Graham, I'm feeling. But her question is, will he be indicted in Georgia? I don't know. I've never felt him being charged with anything from Georgia, I'm sorry to say. Trump as well. But see if he'll be indicted. Karen says Kamala did the swearing-in ceremony for new senators and looked great. I'm sure last year in the 50-50 Senate was tough. She was a tiebreaker, yeah. I think she'll rally through whatever she's kind of going through, but I just feel like she's a little tired. Energetically, she feels like she's a little low. Yes, thank you, Jane. Hit that thumbs up. Appreciate that. All right, Lindsey Graham. I've always told you with Lindsey Graham, too, never felt jail, but I've always felt like him going into hiding and like hiding from the public, leaving politics. To me, I always see him like in a dark, damp-looking room with like a bottle of alcohol, just really kind of just hiding and isolating himself from the world. Ooh, these cards are heavy for Miss Lindsey. All right. So as I was shuffling, I had the Fool come out. Like I said, I feel like he's going to look very, very foolish. So like his reputation being damaged by things coming out with this case. He's got the Death card too, so there's a lot of changes and endings happening for him. And he's feeling very, very restricted, like he's unable to escape what he's done in the past. And also somebody flipping on him, kind of backstabbing him. I feel like somebody has blackmail on him. Maybe it's Trump at some point. So that blackmail coming to the surface as well, I think, comes with that looking foolish and that shame that I feel is coming for him. Yeah, he's very much just trying to like look over here, deflect, not pay attention, living his head in the clouds, kind of. But if you're asking if he's going to be indicted, I think he's going to hold on, and he's got some hope. But that cycle is changing for him going into the future. And I don't think he's going to be in politics for much longer. I definitely feel he's very, very worried about Georgia, though. But I don't feel prison. So, yeah, Lindsey curling up and fading away. Thank you, Linda. Vanessa. Lindsey used to be close friends with McCain and Biden, but he lost his way and violated that friendship. It's sad. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when all you care about is power and um, control, money. All right, let's see. This is a good one. Phoenix Rise Renee says, is GOP Nancy Mace from South Carolina going to be an opposing voice to McCarthy and the MAGA minions in the House of Representatives? Will she vote with the Dems? Will others be joining her in voting with Dems? As soon as I read the name, I heard yes instantly. So I'm assuming, is she one of the more moderate Republicans in there? Because I feel, I've said this for a long time, we're witnessing the Republican Party fracture and implode, them all flipping and attacking each other. It's going to take them quite a while to rebrand, to kind of get their stuff together as a party for them to be successful in the future. But what we witnessed with the speaker voting for McCarthy, it's just going to be more of that circus for the next few months. But I do feel that there's definitely some changes, and this attacks between the moderate and the MAGA bases are going to continue to escalate. And at some point, I do think McCarthy is going to be out, and more of a moderate, bipartisan, I think, Republican coming in. Deb Z says Nancy Mace said she was going to vote no on the House rules, but she didn't. So, yeah, I think she will eventually come around to it. A lot of these Republicans are seeing the writing on the walls, and they really know that people are kind of fed up with all the craziness in their party. I mean, they should have won the House in a landslide, and they just barely got enough Republicans over. So they see the writing on the wall. All right. Excuse me. Sweeting Darlie Lulu says, will Governor Katie Hobbs get anything done in Arizona? Let's take a look. I think that she's going to get some things done, but I do feel like it's a bit of a challenge. Is do the Republicans control the state government in Arizona, like their House? Because I feel like she has some opposition. Let's look. What's Katie Hobbs' governorship going to look like in Arizona? Yeah, it's a bit of a battle, I think, with Republicans there. She does get some stuff done. Because she's got the magician, so this is like that manifesting master, like, working really hard and getting things accomplished. And she's got a lot of money behind her, too. So funding, putting that hard work and then waiting for the ships to come in. But it does feel like some things aren't very clear. Everything that she has planned, I don't think that she's going to be able to get done because we have bullies in there. But I think she's up for the fight because here's her charging full steam ahead, fighting off the Republicans. A Page of Wands is kind of like that Democratic messaging and communications and leadership, being able to really, you know, say her agenda and things getting accomplished. She's got to be careful too, because there's a lot of people trying to backstab her, and you know, Republicans up to their old shenanigans. Oh, welcome, Aries Wanderer. Thank you so much for joining my membership. You know, with that house card too, maybe something to do with the housing market in Arizona. I'm sure things are very expensive there. So, yeah, I think she's able to get some of her agenda accomplished. She's going to have a bit of a fight, though. All right, let's see. Now, Alan Weiselberg just got 5 months in prison. Yeah, give me a break. I'm with you. I won't throw cards on this one, but Deb Seed says MTG is trying to rebrand herself as a moderate. Will she succeed in doing so? I don't think so. No, I think she's shown her ass too many times for people to buy that she's now a moderate. Not going to happen. It's funny though. Even MTG sees the writing on the wall. All right. Oh, this is a good one. Seascape says Katie Porter put in her hat in the ring for Dianne Feinstein's seat in California. Will she win that seat? I just felt yes, but I'll throw some cards on Katie Porter. I love her. Thank you so much, Wings. Blessings. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, Karen says, along with many people here, I sure enjoyed watching Lena Rodriguez on Mary Trump's show this morning. Was lovely. I was watching it. I didn't finish all of it, but I was watching it briefly before I came on, so it's pretty exciting. Happy New Year, Jane. All right, Katie Porter. I definitely feel like bigger and better things for Katie Porter. Like she's definitely got a career in her future. Will she win that seat in California? Yeah, I just heard yes. Yeah, she would be awesome. And I feel like Dianne Feinstein's seat is going to go to a woman rather than a man. Renee says, I think Katie Porter and Adam Schiff are going for Feinstein's seat. Yeah, and both would be great. I think Schiff's going to stay in the House, though. He's got like more leadership opportunities in the House, I believe. I feel good about Katie Porter in that Senate race. Interesting. I think it will be close though. Okay. Yeah, because I think it's a bit of a fight, and maybe that's between her and Adam Schiff. And then we have the tower moment too, crossing the situation. I mean, not putting it out there or wishing this or anything, but maybe something with Feinstein's health, because I think we all know that she's not in the best health. She's had some mental decline. But yeah, some fighting over that seat. But I get that she's an extremely hard worker, and she's going to put in that time and effort. She's the star, and then we have some change coming in for her, something new. Um, and there's the announcement, the judgment. I do get that. I think it's going to be really close between her and probably Adam Schiff, because we have balance, and then like balance with fundraising money coming in. But then I get that the man is defeated. So whoever if it is Schiff that's running for that seat with her, I think it's going to be a woman, like I said. She's definitely got a huge career ahead of her, but either of them would be great in that seat. Oh yeah, Blue Moon says they found Biden had some classified documents, but I don't feel like they were anywhere near the level of the ones that Trump took. They weren't top secret. But I think it's pretty interesting that comes out now, to deflect. The Republicans are going to deflect and say, see, all the presidents take classified information. Oops, sorry. All right, we'll look at this one. As I was just talking about it, what will the outcome in the latest of the classified documents located in think tank associated with Biden were they planted? Were they planted? I feel like they might have been planted. I just felt yes. I'll throw some cards on it, but yeah, I do think that they're trying to make something big out of nothing. I'm with you, Aries Wanderer. If they weren't planted, there's still an agenda with this, I would say. It works to the Republicans' agenda. I don't think anything big is coming out of it. I think it's just for a Republican talking point. Oh, interesting. Isn't it interesting that Trump's in my cards here, and we have the moon representing the situation, which is secrets and hidden agendas crossed by conflict. Yeah, like I said, I do feel like they were probably planted, and if they weren't planted, there was some kind of agenda behind it. But yeah, here's more information coming out about it, but I think it's about nothing. Joe Biden has the sun here, so I don't think it's going to be damaging or anything. We don't have the tower or anything explosive like that. I don't think they were top secret documents. But here we have, like the Republican Party with Trump. I think they're disappointed as a result of more information coming out. Thank you so much, Christine. Blessings. Yeah, Republicans were definitely up to it, though. The energy is pretty murky. Right. Joe Biden's not a traitor. He's not selling top secret information, that's damaging our assets and our intelligence community. Right. I agree with you, Debsy. She says, my first thought was that they were planted for Republicans to say, see, all presidents do this. I don't know if they were planted. I feel yes, they were, but like I said, if they weren't, there was definitely a motive, like you were saying, that all presidents do this. I agree with you on that. Right, and there's a difference too, because it's not like Joe Biden had secret documents and he didn't give them, to the committee where they hold the documents. His lawyers called and told them that they had them, and they came and took them right away. He wasn't subpoenaed for them and said that he turned everything over and then lied and hid more of them. So there's a big difference between Joe Biden and Trump with documents. So yeah, I don't see that really turning into anything, but we'll see Republicans talking about it. Well, thank you so much. Right. This is a good one. Will the GOP reverse the 87,000 new hires to the IRS? They're certainly going to try, but I don't think so. Wouldn't they have to send some kind of bill to the Senate and have Biden approve that? Which Grassley, Schumer wouldn't even put on the Senate floor. These crazy Freedom Caucus people, though, are going to hold a whole bunch of stuff up. It is going to be a circus for the next few months, anytime they don't get their way. Yeah, and as I'm talking about this too, we have the Tower and the Seven of Swords come out. They're just trying to create chaos, and there's a whole bunch of planning and sneakiness behind the scenes. Shocker there. If you want my opinion, this just came to me. Probably not shocker, I think their whole goal, those 20 members of the Freedom Caucus, and more of them, their goal really is just to destroy our our democracy and institutions. You know, there obviously some kind of communications with Putin, just so that we look like a joke to the rest of the world. Yeah, I think the new hires for the IRS are going to be safe because we have the government stepping in. There's an action taking, but there's a reason to be hopeful here. They're certainly going to try. They have a lot of plans for this, but ultimately wishes are fulfilled. So I think they'll be okay. Like I said, I believe that would have to be sent off to the Senate to approve that because I think it's already in the budget that they just approved. So I don't think they can reverse that. All right. Oh, almost 350 people watching. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I already talked about that, Hilda. All right. Oh, that's a good one. Let's look at this one. I saw Lucas Kuntz. He was just on MSNBC. I felt good about him, but like I said, Missouri is a pretty red state at the moment. I feel like regardless, though, Hawley's out. He's in trouble for inciting that mob on January 6th. There was more to that. Yeah, I think this guy he's a veteran, isn't he? I really like his energy. I feel like, his energy was kind of, I think he could get some kind of Republican or independent support in Missouri, but like I said, I feel like Missouri is going to be red for a little while. Ooh. Okay. I think it's a possibility. I'm not getting a definite yes he will win that Senate seat, but he's coming in very, very strong. He's coming in as the King of Pentacles, so he's really grounded. He's going to get a lot of funding for this. Yeah, we have money crossing him. Yeah, and he's going on the attack for that seat. Like that passion, that fire in his belly is going to show. He really wants that. He has the Magician coming up, so he has the tools to become the senator in Missouri, and to really manifest that into action. We have partnerships here and strengths, but the Five of Swords is coming in. It's often like this is like winning at any cost, or the bully kind of energy. So I think he has the tools to do it. Like I said, though, I think Missouri is going to be trend red for a while. It will be close. but he definitely does have the tools to do that if he works really hard. I don't think Holly's going to be in there, though. I don't even think he'll run for re-election. Or maybe he does, and it's all this scandal gets him out. I don't see Holly in that seat, though, so. Yeah, he seemed like a really cool kind of guy. Dubsy, I agree. All right. So you guys slamming the cards down. This chat is going crazy fast. Yeah, he's a Marine. Thank you. Oh, and that commercial he had of Holly running, I think they showed that on MSNBC. I thought that was hilarious. I forgot about that part. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to get too much in detail because I don't read on kids, but I did hear about the 6-year-old shot the teacher. You know, it's really interesting though too. Is when I first heard about it, the mom came to mind. Like his mother came to me as I was kind of feeling into that, which typically you would feel like if a 6-year-old got a gun, he's learning that from his dad. But I think they just announced today that the gun was registered in the mom's name. And I'll just say that you know, kids are representatives of their parents. So they act how they're taught. So the mom's coming through really strongly with that, not feeling very very stable, so probably not being that good influence, and just seeming a little crazy, a little bit out there. So that's what I'll say with that. But yeah, just very tragic. I mean, it's pretty crazy to hear of a young kid being a shooter in a school. Lisa asks, the drug for Alzheimer, will it ever be affordable? Yeah, it's going to take some time though. Um, are you talking? I heard them not that long ago. Maybe I read it somewhere about an Alzheimer drug that is supposed to be really good at um, preventing it further to the Alzheimer's from progressing. And I do feel like it's going to be really good. I see a lot of energy and excitement over it. I think it's going to take a while before it's affordable. I don't think it's a cure for Alzheimer's. It doesn't feel like there's a cure for it for probably like a decade's time, I would say. Maybe a little bit longer. It feels like it's out there. But I think that this drug is going to be really, really good at stopping the progression of it. I'm just going to throw a card or two on it. But I do feel like, yes, it will be more affordable. I think it might take a couple of years. I get a definite yes, but it's going to take a little while because the people are greedy and all out for themselves. These pharmaceutical companies, can't speak to that. But yeah, it's a new beginning, a new adventure. So I think this is really just that starting point for Alzheimer's, drugs, and, you know, eventually a cure. But we have, yes, we have the happy family next to it. Um, People are going to demand that it's affordable. I think it's going to take a couple years, though. I'm feeling like 3. Yeah, it's so sad. I was, I'll say that everything happens for a reason, but um, I think it was like 2015, 2016, I was going to school to be an RN. And when we started having to do our clinicals, I couldn't do it. Doing the clinicals in like an Alzheimer unit of a nursing home, it was, as an empath, it was just too overwhelming and sad for me. So I didn't end up finishing my schooling for that, but I would say that everything happens for a reason, because just a couple years later, we're in a major pandemic. So obviously that wasn't my calling, but yeah, it is a very, very sad disease. I've also, I've had readings with people too, and it's like there are a lot of the advanced Alzheimer patients. If I'm reading for a client, I have had people come through that were still alive, but it's like they're partially transitioned onto the other side, and they've came through and gave messages. So that's always been kind of interesting when that's happened. I've had that happen, I think, like 2 or 3 times in readings. All right. Oh yeah, I did have this one highlighted, but we'll read on it now. Nora says, "Can you please read on Harry and William? Will they make up?" They'll make up. It's going to take a while, though. I think it might be a couple years still. Norby. I don't, excuse me, I don't see them making up right now, because the family is really, really angry with Harry and Meghan for the book that just came out. And there was just a documentary too. But they'll make up. I think it's gonna be a couple years though. Mm. Yeah, they're mad about the new book coming out, because we have the Tower and the Devil next to it. So there's a lot of anger. Yeah, I don't see them reconciling here soon. It's going to take some time. They're really unhappy about how their image is looking in this book. But in the future, we have that partnership and them coming together again with the Wheel. I feel like one of the women, either Meghan or Kate, will kind of be like in talks and get the brothers to reunite, because there's women coming in, I think, helping, to moderate that situation. I mean, I feel bad for Harry and Meghan in the situation. They get a lot of slack, but I do think that they do have a pretty happy marriage and really love each other. And I think a lot of the issues kind of stem from who Harry decided to marry, and so I mean, I think that's sad. Oh, it was published today, yeah. But yeah, I think it will take a couple years. They'll be able to reconnect and get things hashed out. I do see Harry at some point going back overseas. That feels like it's like 5 years away, 5 years away. But yeah, he'll go back. All right. I have a lot of questions still, but I do have to wrap this up here soon. We've been on for almost an hour, you guys. All right, let's see. Oh, this is a good one. So is the U.S. going to send Bolsonaro back to Brazil? Excuse me. I do feel like yes, absolutely. And he's going to get justice. Brazil's going to get justice because he was definitely in on that, their own insurrection. He was definitely, and I mean, look where he's at. He's in Florida. Who do you think he was talking to up here? Maybe he wants some tips from Donald Trump on how to overthrow a government. Yeah, take Santos with him. Yeah, and I said on Mel's show, I feel like he will be extradited to Brazil, Santos. But that feels like it's, I don't know if it's this year. It might be next year. Yes, Hilda, I think the war in Ukraine will end this year. And that's one thing I didn't get to do with all the madness going on is I wanted to do a 2023 prediction. So I guess we'll see if I have any time this month to do that. Things have been kind of hectic and chaotic here, so as you know. So but yeah, I do see the war in Ukraine ending this year. Oh yeah, I get a strong yes. And we have that justice coming in just at the bottom of the deck. This is a yes, victory. Yes, son. Yeah, he was here because he's working with other people to overthrow his government, to pass his agenda. He's going over the water, and we have the sun above. So yes, he's going to be extradited. There's going to be justice there. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure he'll probably be locked up. Why? I don't know why he's even in the states or how long he's been here. I mean, I know why he's in Florida, but why was he even allowed to come here? I think Santos is going to be more in trouble for, campaign finance violations and get in trouble here before the trouble from Brazil comes in. And Santos will be removed or have to resign. And Deb Z says Bannon was involved in the Brazil coup. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I saw him talking about it. I mean, they're all just Russian assets promoting Putin's propaganda. All right, let's look at this one. Carrie G says people are really struggling in Florida with insurance and government agencies. Will people uprise to get to the bottom of this issue? Yeah, people will uprise about it. And I feel like part of the issue here is just DeSantis is like there's some kind of corruption, I think, here with that money, the FEMA money for people rebuilding after Hurricane Ian. Mm, that's interesting. Carrie G, I get money's coming, but it's slow and steady. Here's that money coming in, but the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight. So it I, I know it's been kind of a process because that happened a while ago. But we have money coming in here. That money is there. But it's interesting too because I have the government coming in with this and somebody being backstabbed. Um, and there's like maybe some legal issues over this in the future as well. But there's a lot of people nervous and anxious over this. Um, so I do think people are going to uprise, but we do have that money coming in to help in the future. Yes, some kind of like taking of donations or like that federal money. Like I said, DeSantis is what came to mind here, so maybe that's why I've always saw him getting in trouble. I mean, that's awful. I'm sure it was a nightmare too, just because of how much damage and how many people were affected by that storm because it was so massive. But there's definitely some kind of corruption there. Yes, Hilda. We're all sending a lot of love and asking protection for everybody in California. Yeah, I'm sorry, Carrie. I know it's frustrating. All right, you guys. Let me go through real quick. Probably one or two more questions. Oh, okay. So, any idea when the GOP loses the majority in Congress? I feel like it's more towards the end of the year, like fall, but I see a lot of trouble. And as I've said, I feel like springtime indictments are coming for those involved in helping to plan and that insurrection on January 6th. I feel like indictments are coming for quite a few of them in the House and Senate. I feel like March or May. Feels like spring. A lot of them will probably have to leave by, I'm feeling like fall time, end of the year. Timing's always a little bit hard to pinpoint, so take it with a grain of salt. Things are always kind of changing and stuff, but I definitely see people having to leave. All right, we'll end on this one. Will we get to see an actual fight on the floor between MTG and Boebert? Feel that coming. I don't think there'll be a physical fight. They might cuss each other out on the floor, though. But I do feel like that friendship it's done and over with. As you can see, MTG now claims she's a moderate Republican, which is pretty laughable. I mean, just give her some committee assignments and some, put things under the table. And she's a good soldier for McCarthy. Yeah, I keep feeling March too, but March comes through. I feel spring, but March is what comes through, but sometime between March and May, I think. There's no such thing as a moderate Republican. Yeah, I saw that, Aries. Yeah, I think the relationship's over. It's interesting because I'm not getting a lot of fighting, and my cards are like, like the tower, like something really like explosive blowing up. But I do feel like they've moved on from one another. There's not that friendship. We have the Hermit, so that's kind of like isolation from each other. But I think because they're so involved with their schemes, are like so intertwined, there's definitely like them looking out for themselves. So in that aspect, sure, they'll work together, but are they friends? Are they going out for a drink after work, or working together like in meetings and stuff? No. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's they curse each other out a little bit. But yeah, get ready, because the Republicans are going to. It's going to be literally a circus. They're going to turn our house into a clown show for a little bit. But the important thing to know is those people that are doing that will be removed. And I see, like I said, normal Republicans actually working across the aisle with Democrats, and I don't think it's quite a stalemate like we think it is. I see McCarthy getting taken out of that position. I was really hoping to see him have to pack all this stuff out of the Speaker's office and not get in there. But, originally I did say, yes, I felt like he was going to get in, although the energy felt murky. But it's weird, because when I was reading with it on Mel on Thursday, I was feeling like, no. And sure, he didn't get the amount of votes needed to actually secure it. 6 people voted present, so he kind of just got through. But I think with that no, too, it's like he's not in there for very long. So I don't want you guys to worry. All right, everyone. Well, if you could all do me a favor, please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Help me get to 6,000 subscribers. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, members, I am doing our live stream, weekly live stream tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I believe I'm going to be on with Mel Thursday night. So make sure to check that out. Sending you all a lot of love, and see you all real soon. All right. Take care, everyone.